to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. 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 I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. Oh, clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
I get lost inside my thoughts, and when I start to think, oh, the Tahoe closest starts to end up on the brink. I tried so hard, but all these scars, they cut so deep, I bleed. I fell so fast from heaven, it's like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I wanna say goodbye.
right back. What's going on, guys? This is Rob Wilson of RW Artstellations. Ooh, man, I couldn't stay out of that gym. It was tough today. It is Tuesday, June 14th, 2022. We are in the year of 666, and I'd like to welcome everyone to Draw, Chat, and Chill. So with that being said, hopefully I should be good enough sound. There we go. Yes, I am your friendly neighborhood artist, and we are here to rock out another session of Draw, Chat, and Chill. It's a pleasure to be with you guys. Anyone who sees this later on, a year from now, or long after humanity has been decimated by their own stupidity, thank you for watching this whenever you do. And what can I say? So I'm going to cover a couple of things before I get started. First thing that I definitely got to mention, because I heard about it in passing. Here's my thing now. I was pretty skeptical. Oh, before, I'd like to say shout out to all of my Patreon supporters, those that still are there. You guys and gals have supported me for a long time. You know, what seems like a lifetime. I think I'm going on 5 years now at Patreon. This August coming up. So that's pretty exciting. I already posted some new stuff, some new character concept art that they exclusively get to see. Some new spade paintings that I put out as well that they get to see exclusively. Become a Patreon member today. It's pretty easy. Just go to my link tree and look for the P icon, the icon that looks like a P on the top amongst the other icons, and that'll get you there. I got a $1 tier and a $5 tier. I normally end up posting the best stuff for both, so pick and choose, you know, because for me, I'm really trying to put out the comics instead of trying to nickel and dime people on Patreon, this reward, that reward, XYZ, and all that. I learned a lot in my time with Patreon, and it's a lot better. I think now it's a lot simpler for me because I've never been a huge, big Patreon content creator. You know, that was not in my cards. So, yeah. Shout out to my Patreon subscribers, DeviantArt watchers, and Hell Comics Gate, and Hell to How to Draw Comics. You know, again, the lessons continue, and I'm having a great time. You know, every day I'm learning something new, and I'm taking some advice that I've heard Ethan Van Sciver mention that when you only do digital work, you're leaving money on the table, so to speak. So I ordered some new sketch pads and some traditional utensils, and I hope to get to it probably after the stream. I'm gonna have some fun doing some traditional art, and just continue to make it a constant thing that I'm improving upon every waking moment that I get. So one of the things I wanted to go ahead and touch bases on, because one of the hashtags I used was, of course, Buzz Lightyear. You know, when I first heard it was announced, I was already skeptical just because of the dynamics. And, I never really been a big Pixar fan. I never really was. I like 3D animation, but it's probably just me and my age, but I don't really think that 3D animation is for kids. There's so much more you can do with it, but it's it's at a very big limitation when it's made for kids. And not to say that 3D animation, movies and cartoons for kids aren't good. I mean, I like, Transformers, Beast Wars, and Reboot. Those back when they were in the early stages. But just constantly having like all these 3D movies. I like The Incredibles. I like The Incredibles 2, you know, but they're just pumping them out so much. And in Disney's case, of course, they really have left what I really loved about them, which was the hard work of so many animators, flipping through pages. And I get it, technology's new, you can do a whole lot more, and that probably eliminated some jobs too. But my personal thing, I mean, with some of the 3D stuff that I've seen, like, come on. Honestly, as a person of good taste, do you think I would take The Incredibles over Final Fantasy Avid Children Complete? There's no way in hell. That, shout out to the fans. That movie was made, for the fans because they love Final Fantasy VII so much. And the first one was so good, they made a complete version which added like an extra 25 minutes of footage, extra fight scenes. It was ridiculously good. Even if you look at like Harlock the Space Pirate, absolutely amazing. And I get it, they got kiddie versions of that, or, the sequence fight scenes. You could do the same thing with, big bubbly characters with large eyes and, stumpy legs and all that. And sure, you make a CGI for every single, demographic to make everybody happy. But here's one of the problems that Pixar is doing now, Disney's doing, and Marvel or the MCU is doing. And it's causing their product to get banned. See, when you try to force stuff on people, somebody's going to push back. There may be a small minority of pushing back, but here's the thing. If you're trying to uplift a small minority while in the process of pushing away another minority, or just a whole country or a whole set of countries, like you're still losing what some of the stuff that you gained, if that makes any sense. It's like, okay, I lost 3 pairs of shoes, but I got some new Jordans. Like, but that's just me. I know, there's a whole lot of name calling and spastastic name calling that goes with the opinion that I'm putting out. But that's how I feel. That's genuine. And specifically, like Buzz Lightyear, it makes no sense that they're putting in some of the stuff that they are. I mean, if you want to keep losing money, Disney, Pixar, MCU, keep doing what you're doing. If you act like some of the stuff that you're doing that's not for kids need to be in every single movie that you put in, like after a while, people are going to stop, paying money to see this stuff. And some of the comments are Chris Evans talk about, and kind of like his personality as, this public figure. I separate that entirely from Captain America, the character, because he didn't give a damn about all that bullshit. Okay, he was like, "Look, I'm trying to win a war. I'm trying to win a fight. Let's get some people together. You know, when you think about like some of the way in the early stages of the Avengers first movie when Banner was introduced as Mark Ruffalo, you know, Cap talked to him and he said, you know, I heard a lot about you, Banner, and he said something along the lines of, you know, hope it was, you know, it wasn't nothing bad or something like that. And Rogers was like, you know, certain thing is the only thing I care about. I can't really rephrase it because it's been so long since I watched the Avengers. But like he was only concerned about, you know, trying to get stuff done. Not all that extra meticulous, oh my gosh, let me make sure I don't offend because, you know, you're being singled out for being the Hulk. No. It was plain and simple. So like from what I'm hearing already of Buzz Lightyear, and I won't go see it. I mean, I really don't watch those bubbly Pixar movies. You know, I don't have any kids, so you know, no point in. And even if I did, I wouldn't have my kids watching this stuff because Disney's so far off the deep end. They've lost their mind. They've been pandered into submission. The inmates are running the asylum, and the NWO is only as stable as Randy Savage. So, like, they've lost it. You know, they can keep losing money. They can keep losing, you know, their tax benefits, and you know, just keep screwing up as a company because they want to pander and figure there's money in pandering. Pandering will only get you so far. To quote Yujiro Hama from Baki the Grappler when he talked to was it his other son, he was like, strength and drugs will only get you so far, you know. So the whole Buzz Lightyear thing is just, I mean, it's tough for me to trust that stuff now because they're always up to no good. There's always like, let's sneak this in, let's creep this in. There's always deception involved with like some of the stuff that they're doing now with Disney, and like I can sit back and say, hey, they can do whatever they want. They're a private company, but like, I'm not gonna spend money on them. You know, when's the last time I seen a Disney movie that wasn't MCU? Probably forever. Probably Incredibles 2. That's about it. I don't really watch Disney stuff no more. And this is me as a guy, or, you know, growing up when I was a kid on VHS. My sister, she loved Beauty and the Beast from Disney, the animated Beauty and the Beast. She had it on VHS with the white casing, you know, extra fancy, you know, container and everything. And yeah, she watch it, I watch it, we watch it together, you know, as a family. Now after a while, I started watching it by myself, and I would pause certain scenes and try to draw the scenes straight from, you know, the TV, the old school TVs and big heavy 1,000-pound motherfuckers, you know. So I would try to draw every frame by frame. That's how I was into the Disney animation stuff, you know, seeing the behind the scenes of John Lithgow explaining an animator's role and his purpose and how he breaks down the scene and the camera scenes and all that stuff. Those things were really special to me watching the original stuff. That was back then where Disney inspired me, possibly to go in their direction, but you know, since I was in kindergarten, my goal was always to create my own comic book characters. So that's what I'm doing. You know, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I love to do. You know, even this year, I was doing commissions for people, and then after a while, commissions started to kind of mess with me because some people didn't know what they want, and I don't like a lot of back and forth. Like I'm very uh, focused and very linear in knowing what I want when I create something, or it'll come into fruition over time as I start working on it. But like I had to just stop doing commissions after a while. But with Buzz Lightyear, man, like look, I'm even debating whether I should go ahead and even is it even worth it to sit in a theater to watch Thor: Love and Thunder? Why should I? I got other ways I can watch it, and I could be drawn while I'm watching it. I'm just saying. Do I want to waste that 2 hours and 15 minutes or whatever? Do I want to pay for suffering? That's my thing. I'm not a fan of paying for suffering. I don't find fun in that. Some people, they pay for suffering. They act like, oh yeah, that was so good. Because if all this and that and all the worst stories were combined, you know, I'm just not a fan of that. So that's my thing. With some of these upcoming movies, I still got to see Top Gun Maverick. I haven't even finished the first Top Gun. Jurassic, the latest Jurassic. I have never seen any of the new Jurassic Parks. The last Jurassic Park I've seen in its entirety is Jurassic Park 3. So I'm behind on that. I want to see them. I kind of get the gist of most of them. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'll see some of this stuff when it comes out. But I think the movie year is done. I do want to see Bullet Train because that's Brad Pitt's John Wick movie. So we'll see how he does at his age. I mean, if he wanted to do it, if he wanted to do a John Wick style movie, why not just be in John Wick? Brad Pitt was in Deadpool 2. That was funny as hell, even though that was a short cameo. But I understand, John Wick franchise is centered around John Wick, so that would be a clash of egos. Um, Brad Pitt, just popping up and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be just as good as John Wick. Have it turn out like the movie War with Jason Statham and Jet Li. They spend the whole time going after each other, and then they kind of fight like it's a draw. And I think Statham got shot, and then Rogue still got away or something. So, eh, eh, not really eager to go through that again. So there are things new under the sun. If Hollywood would stop trying to force it, that's the whole key thing. Stop forcing it and let stuff happen organically. Or have a remake of Eyes Wide Shut and all that weird shit y'all make. Secret Window, where Hollywood hints about stuff, you know. So yeah, I think that's about enough talking from me about some of that. Let me get to drawing, but I wanted to at least mention that whole Buzz Lightyear thing, man. I mean, they keep doing it, and it's like I'm not gonna watch it. I grew up off of Buzz Lightyear: A Star Command. That was an excellent cartoon. You're not gonna tarnish my childhood with that new shit, you know. But you know, Buzz Lightyear: Star Command. That was the epitome right there. I doubt we'll ever see that in the theater. That show was great, but and I heard they took out Tim Allen because he's too conservative, and they put in Chris Evans. That's nonsense. But unfortunately, it happens because that's how you know folks want to gatekeep now, in some of the worst ways possible. All right, so let me go ahead and start drawing while I'm chatting with y'all. There we go. Hopefully, everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday. I had a wonderful Tuesday. It was focused, but as usual, I was out of time. So now I'm kind of getting together the armor for this character. Oh yeah, I gotta do the belt. Oh, the belt's a pain. I will say I know a lot of people have been praising the hell out of Attack on Titan. I might go back and watch it and see if it's aged well. But even with anime, I don't know what the hell to watch. I'm just not a fan of watching a dude in a skirt randomly pop up. You know, I used to watch hentai. There was already enough weird shit in that. You know, early 2000s. I don't think I'm ready for a slow coast into a different lifestyle. I prefer to have just a good story. But some of these titles, like the names of some of these titles, or they don't make any sense to me. Now, what's that show? Oh, the Netflix animes. I'm pretty skeptical about them because I don't think Baki ever made it back to its former glory um, from the DVD ones or the season, the first season and second season before it got to Netflix. Those were the best. Now, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Netflix has a weird way with anime. Best anime. Well, there's seen. I can't really say best anime because there's some good ones. Harlock was good. Uh, that was it. Sex and Robots. That's an interesting anime. Well, combination of stories that I saw a little bit of, and I want to watch more. It's got my interest peaked. I still haven't seen. Was it the fourth season of Stranger Things? I was sitting back telling my sister, I was like, "Oh yeah, Stranger Things is going to be a Christmas movie." Like me quoting from an article that I read where they said it was going to be a Christmas movie, and it came out like freaking nowhere near Christmas. But I guess they were just eager to get it out. Um, I need to watch it before too many spoilers and people start be like, "Oh, you need to see X Y Z." Oh, and I just like to also say shout out to Instagram. Y'all motherfuckers start putting me on notice just because I start posting again. I don't know what y'all's problem is, and that's why I'm hardly on Facebook as it is. Y'all are garbage. I am not a bot, so stop attacking my account. Got it? Hopefully, good. I got stuff to do. That's why I'm hardly on Instagram. Like I'm on like a lot of social media where they don't badger and harass you, and people can speak their mind. I'm not gonna sit back and tell you all of them, but I'm on a few. And after being on those for a while, and then coming back to stuff like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter's in limbo. We'll see how it goes. Elon Musk is getting ready to address Twitter employees for the first time, so I guess that deal is still going through. Um, but you can notice a difference when you don't have like algorithms harassing you because you've already established that you're a real person. It's a hell of a difference without having the fear of being put in, social media jail. And I come back to like Instagram and stuff. It's like, bro, like, what's the point of me posting? As soon as I post something, you automatically gonna think I'm a bot or just think it's suspicious behavior. What? So dumb, man. I've been on IG for like forever, so I think I'm supposed to keep contributing to the beast. Hell no. I'm gonna post when I want to post. You ain't dictating what I'm doing. I got stuff to do, and not everything that I'm doing I need to post. social media etiquette, as I've always advocated, needs to be in it needs to be taught in elementary school, middle school, and high school. Social media etiquette, what to post, what not to post, what to stay away from, what not to what you can, enjoy. Red flags of stuff that should be taught in school because given a child a smartphone where they got access to the world unfiltered, it's almost like giving a child a firearm, unfortunately, because you just amplifying their interest. No wonder why they can't pay attention in school when they had the opportunity to. Now it's like, oh, what's the point of being in school? You better off. Parents are better off homeschooling their own kids. Shout out to Kirk Cameron with his documentary coming out on homeschooling, which that should be an important thing because when you spend, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with working hard for your child. As a parent, I personally don't have kids. People that have kids, both parents, single parents, either way, I commend y'all. Y'all work as hard as you possibly can in order to make stuff happen. But when it gets to the point where society forces you to work so damn much you barely got time to spend with your child, that is a natural bond that is being broken. And then when the child is off doing stuff, you don't even know what your child's doing. Next thing you know, they got access to firearms. Go figure. Because they're not getting the nurturing that they need um, from the good parents. Obviously there are some bad parents out there too. Um, that treat the child really bad, but I'm referring to the good parents. And the child really depends, the child needs the parent in their life more than the school in their life. That's just honest. That's just real. Because the parent will always prepare the child. The parent can always potentially prepare the child for real life. School's only going to teach you just the basics to be a good slave. Oh, I'm sorry, to be a good employee. That's what school's going to teach you. And that's as far as school's going to go. And when it's getting to the point where schools can determine whether or not you keep your child and you're actually a good parent, I think that's a problem. But that's the direction that we're headed. Thanks to insert villain. There's too many of them now. Alright, so I need to get to this belt. This belt is a lot of work. I don't know why I made it this way, but I did. That's on me. Everything else looks good, yeah. That's one of the things I had to learn to do is add guidelines to make sure I'm doing proper alignment. Just for this, because the reason why I'm doing these like this, it's going to set the baseline for these characters, their appearance. So that way, when I'm ready to draw up a page, I got exactly how their outfit looks, exactly how their gear looks, all the different variations. And then if they end up having regular clothes on, I can fit them into that, no problem. But as far as like advanced gear, I don't want to miss, a bell or a whistle that, is on their stuff, So that's why I'm doing it this way. It may be considered the hard way or XYZ, but I'm also learning to draw this way as well, in comic book, style, with the rendering and all that. So This is a double up process. I was kind of surprised today. None of my favorite DJs were available on Twitch. I was trying to jam it out. But they were not there. Even a DJ needs time off. This I understand. So yeah, one of my key things is like, look, if you want to introduce an idea or a type of character or a type of story with your own personal beliefs in it, go at it. Just create your own new characters. Don't sit back and be like, oh, we gotta snatch his character and make them this way, knowing that based upon their history, they've never been that way. So that's when you destroy people's childhoods, and you also destroy, the stuff they've come to love. It's a shame, man. You've basically undid like legacy work. It's like almost like you're removing statues, but with fictional characters. And it's not cool, man. Nobody asked for all that. It is not cool. I was thinking about it earlier, how as I look in my comic book rack, the was it 5-part series, New Adventures, Illuminati. When I saw Doctor Strange, every now and then I think about it. It's like, wow, man, Doctor Strange. When he talked to the Illuminati, all of them acted as if Tony Stark didn't even exist. That's crazy. And, really, if Tom Cruise was offered the role to pop up as Tony Stark in that movie and he declined it, I don't blame him. Not at all. Not at all. The way they probably pitched it to him, or he might have seen, the direction they were going, if they offered it to him, he was like, hell no. But, Marvel just wants to, there is like, Tony Stark is done. We don't, Tony who? The guy that started the MCU. Who? Oh, Captain Marvel? Yeah, her jet had Avenger. Yeah, she inspired Nick Fury. That's the first Avenger. What about Tony Stark? First movie, Iron Man, where he got captured by terrorists and he had to fight Ironmonger that stole his technology. He created the arc reactor. I don't know what you're talking about. Captain Marvel. She's the first. Crazy, bro. How you gonna erase history of fictional characters? That is wild. That is so wild. Let me give her a pouch back here. But that's what kind of world we live in now. We just gotta break down the walls of normality, or it's crazy. I don't know how you do it. I really don't understand how that's kosher. I'm gonna do a quick sound check. Stand by. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I'm here. Because unfortunately, I don't have nobody chat with to tell me if the volume's too high or not. But hopefully that'll change. So yeah, man. Oh, a side note. Anybody that watches CNN and still believes CNN is real, just uh, just check in the rehab. Just check in the rehab because CNN is garbage. Fox News has its issues too, but to realize with all this technology, they still withhold information. It's not even dirty, it's just trifling. Oh shoot, I gotta make her pouch like the other one. So one way to make sure that me personally, I don't become too dependent on um, drawing the digital art way, and I've probably mentioned this before, but I just want to reiterate it, is that for what I'm doing, I'm basically using about two pencils, um, two pencil brushes. That's it for most of this. Everything else is hand drawn, no fancy stuff. Not yet, at least. But I take the stabilizer off of all the stuff that I'm using because when you become too dependent on the stabilizer, 'cause like my digital work used to be super fast because I would just use a stabilizer for ink strokes and stuff. And yeah, I use the line tool for curves and stuff like that. But overusing it can make your style dependent on the matrix. You don't want to do that. And speaking of the matrix, I just like to give a shout out to Sophia Stewart, the mother of the Matrix. She has fought her court battles with the Wachowski brothers, Warner Brothers, and 20th Century Fox to get the wrongs that were made to her because she didn't make any money from the franchises she helped contribute to that were stolen, the story ideas that were stolen from her. So I've been reading her book. I'm almost done with one of them. I got two more. And she's got some good stories. You know, I would love to meet her one day. That would be like a great honor. Knowing that she has such profound ideas, maybe even visions, back in the early 80s. Truly amazing stories. After she made The Third Eye, which was her first one, she made another. She wrote another book, which was meant to be a screenplay, I guess, for Hollywood, and that was called Soulless, and that was pretty interesting. That dealt with time travel, and kind of like a plague of indestructible zombies. That's some scary-ish right there. Imagine how they spazzed. But yeah, having a great time here. Wish I had more time. I spent all night hanging out with y'all, making this happen. But maybe we can do something on the weekend. I definitely want to put some stuff to work. Have a jam session. And if I have a good jam session, I may have to just get off of YouTube and then have a party at night. Get down with the get down. It's a lot of alignment stuff I'm trying to get right. That's why this is taking a little bit longer. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. Oh yeah, and that plus two, that's the other thing with IG. Like, you sit back and attack me, and you think I'm doing something unscrupulous. Meanwhile, because I choose to use hashtags to try to bring people to my channel, I get ambushed by a bunch of bots. That's only gonna last for like a week. But y'all don't go after them. You expect me to. Be like, oh, I gotta report this person. No, I ain't got time to do that, man. I got like real stuff to do. Let me pressing the report button. Alright, so. Oh, yeah, I gotta bring this down. I'm looking from the left side. Try and get it right. Try and get it right. That was a quote of somebody that I used to work with when I was overseas. You show up, be like, can't get it right. Just can't get right. Oh yeah. Shout out to all the fact checkers out there. By you guys fact checking stuff and saying that stuff is false, that gives me more incentive to do more research and actually believe that it's true, because y'all be bullshitting. I'm just saying. Y'all be bullshit. If something's true, then cool. You know, partially false and all that half truth. That's what y'all do, okay? Y'all put up half truths. If something's real and you don't want it to get out, yeah, y'all the first ones to jump on it. Like, we need to block out this misinformation. Today is this, tomorrow is that. What happens where creative ideas start to become misinformation? When does that start? Because I know that's coming. You always got to take it all. So I probably got about 10 minutes left. somewhere around there, 10 minutes. I'm going to try to be back on tomorrow. I don't have an established schedule yet because my schedule could be subject to change. So, excuse me. A complete cookie. It's awesome. So once I get off of here, I'll probably go over to How to Draw Comics because I purchased some new courses. Clayton Barton, he put up his how to draw the head and facial expressions, and I think like 4 courses. He was actually advertising those on Skillshare, and I went on Skillshare because I was going to get it, but I'm not a fan of subscription-based model education, just because don't know what might come up, and I might not be able to get to it or use it. So I don't want to have to commit to something that I may not be able to use at the time, but I'm paying for. In these trying times of, inflation created by imaginary forces, or whoever the hell they blame, it's important to shop smart, do what you need to in a calculated pace. Don't fall for impulse buys. If you don't need it, don't get it. Save your money. Don't put everything in one. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because if you trip and fall on the way home, that basket tumbles over and all your eggs are... Just saying. That's at least the mindset I adopt. That's how America does it. Psych! And it hasn't worked out so far. So, yeah, just hopefully save what you can out there, and be on the lookout for marauders. Oh, shoot. See, I see other thing. Okay. See, I'm glad I put that line there. Because this belt is at an angle. In fact, I could put this in here and give it the look of it being connected. Booyah. And then start elevating it over here. But yeah, I'm almost done with Ed Fochuk's How to Render, which has been a great help because rendering is my strongest weakness right now. That and storytelling. So those 2 elements are being dealt with. For a better tomorrow. Make sure I get the angle on this right. Yeah, I got it. So let me see at that angle. Yes, the bottom is visible. Yeah, I got more art supplies on the way. Trying to make it happen without being a captain. Now, my Gumroad uh, profile specifically deals with physical merchandise like shirts, posters, all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna have to take a revisit at it because the person that's making my goods, their prices are going up, and I gotta check and see if I'm still making a profit. Shucks, I might not be. So, more bad news, squeezing the little guy. That's one of the key things that gets me, you know. It's always up. The billionaires got to pay their fair share. What is a fair share, Joe? 10% for the big guy? I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, let me go ahead and get the hell off here and work on some stuff. I'm probably gonna see who's streaming. See what the guys at Comic Skate are doing because I find them enjoyable. Actually, it's Tuesday, right? So it should be Comic Skate Kings. Shoot, I should just eat popcorn for dinner tonight. Popcorn. And yeah, just make that happen. Yeah, see, I really did myself in warping this damn belt around. I didn't even think of that. But hey, all this is a learning experience. That's why I'm getting all this out of the way before I start actually making the comic. And right now, I'm not ready to put a deadline on myself until I finish the script. I'm halfway in the script. Really, I'm writing 2 comic books in one because I want to do 64-page comic. First part is going to be introduction because I really don't want to deal too much with flashbacks right now. I heard that, you know, retcon and writing yourself into a corner where you start using, oh, it's a different universe. You know, all that stuff is crap. I don't like that. You know, if I'm going to create a different universe, it won't be the same characters. So that way, I can, you know, find an easy way out. Nah, I don't want to do that. From what I've read from some of the stuff that I used to like, that's not the direction I would want to go. So, oh yeah, shout out to Young Ripper or July. He's been doing his thing. Definite voice of freedom out there. Damn. Oh snap. We're almost finished with a whole freaking okay, I guess we'll see what's next. I do got some goodies on this playlist that I'm sure the powers that be would love to pounce on me. Oh snap. It's still copyright free, okay? YouTube, relax, chill out, just take it easy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have some popcorn for dinner tonight. Have something light. Work on this belt a little bit more, which is pretty much done. And solve these problems that's going on. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and get the hell out of here. See, time already flying. Yep. So that's pretty much it. By the time, hopefully next time I come on, if that's tomorrow. Excuse me. I should have all these spaces filled in with the armor covering it, and then I'll start doing the rendering to it, and that'll be that. And then I'll put a trench coat on this guy because we got him in his, cool attire. Now I got to give him the Elliot Ness trench coat and hat look. Even though this is a futuristic comic, you got to have an old school detective in there somehow. All right, so y'all take care. Thank you for stopping by whenever you do. And until next time, we're going to have a ball. And I'm going to keep jamming it out because I like music when I draw. I draw a lot better when I have music going on. That's just me. I've been doing it for so long that way. There's no federal law that says, hey, you can't have music on while you're drawing. Doesn't exist. So y'all take care. Have a great Tuesday night, and I will possibly, definitely, maybe see you tomorrow. Alrighty. Remember to keep it Omni, and God bless America.